Hello, and welcome to the Journey We Travel. Today, we're going to go over the top 16 Dominican Republic travel guide and travel tips on what you want to avoid when visiting the Dominican Republic. Make sure to watch this video until the end because you want to be sure you know all there is to know before you travel to the Dominican Republic, making your trip there that much smoother. Our number 16 on the list of Dominican Republic travel guide and travel tips is something you'll want to know about because a lot of people do this and fall into the trap of unexpected expense. Let's get into it. Starting with number 1, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic Airport. This Punta Cana airport tip will save you a headache. Do not forget to arrange your pickup from airport transportation to bring you to where you will be staying while in the Dominican Republic before you get there. It can get a little overwhelming just getting out of the Punta Cana Dominican Republic airport, especially if it's your first time in the Dominican Republic. After your flight and going through Punta Cana immigration, the only thing you'll want to do is get to your hotel to freshen up and probably get something to eat. So the last thing you'll want to be doing is figuring out your pickup from airport transportation upon arrival. When walking through the Punta Cana Dominican Republic airport after navigating your way out of the Punta Cana airport arrivals, you will have people inside of the Punta Cana airport arrivals pulling you over to the side, telling you that they will help you to get to the Dominican Republic airport taxi, but not without first trying to sell you different excursions to book with them. The furthest thing on your mind at this point is Punta Cana Excursions. Plus, you don't want to be trying to figure out if the Dominican Republic airport taxi is a fair price or if they are overcharging you. So, the best thing is to have it sorted out before you arrive in the Dominican Republic from your home country. That way, after navigating your way outside, you'll simply need to look for the Punta Cana airport transportation company you booked with. The transportation company in Punta Cana you booked will have a representative outside holding a sign with the company logo you booked with along with your name on it. That is the best and safest way to have your Punta Cana airport transportation to your hotel. Number 2, Punta Cana Accommodations. Do not expect to find many hotels. Punta Cana all-inclusive resorts are mainly what you will find in the Dominican Republic because it's a big tourist area. Mind you, you will find a few hotels, or even some Airbnb, but if it's your first time in the Dominican Republic, you might not feel comfortable enough to go out to get food. Unlike the resorts, everything is provided to you within the resort. Number 3, Punta Cana all-inclusive resorts. Do not forget to book your reservations for the different restaurants to eat at for dinner at your Punta Cana all-inclusive resorts. This should be at the top of your list once you settle into your room. The restaurant slots are limited, so it's a good idea for you to make your reservations for the 5 or 7 days you plan on being at the resort that same day upon arrival. If you wait until a few hours before dinner that day to reserve a spot for a restaurant you had your mind set on, it will probably be fully booked, missing out on your chance to eat there that night. Depending upon the Punta Cana resort you are staying at, that determines the different types of restaurants they have on the resort to choose from. You will see the choices of restaurants within the resort you choose when you're shopping around for a resort to book from your home country. Some offer French cuisine, Italian, and Asian. The selection varies from resort. So you will still be able to eat, but it will be the everyday cafeteria buffet style food you eat for lunch. Number 4, Wristband at all-inclusive resort. Do not lose the wristband given to you upon arrival at your resort. Most resorts charge a fee of $50 US funds or more to have the wristband replaced. Who wants to spend an additional $50 on a wristband that has already been paid for? Sometimes you'll find that maybe the next day or later on that same day, after getting it wet from the beach, pool, or showering, it may start to become bothersome, like feeling too tight. Don't try to adjust it yourself. Make a trip back up to the front desk and ask them to adjust it for you to a size that feels more comfortable around your wrist. Number 5, water in the Dominican Republic. Do not drink the tap water in the Dominican Republic. This includes while brushing your teeth. The resort usually gives you bottled water during your stay with them. You can always ask for more bottled water if you need it. It's okay to shower with the water in your rooms. It's also okay to drink the water they serve you at dinner and lunch because it's filtered water. But never drink the water straight from the taps. Number 6, tipping in the Dominican Republic. Do not forget to walk with cash for tipping in the Dominican Republic. USD $1 bills. Yes, they accept US dollars and Dominican pesos. So be sure to include that in your budget. Some people believe that if you stay at a resort, you should not have to be tipping because it's an all-inclusive resort. In other words, you have paid for everything already. So why bother tipping in the Dominican Republic? Keep in mind the wages the locals are getting paid are low. So a couple of bucks tip on or off the resort can go a long way for the workers. Yes, it's true about what they say. In most cases, if you tip just like anywhere else in the world, you will find that the staff will be more willing to ensure you have everything you need and assist you much quicker and happier once you have tipped them. Number 7, Punta Cana Excursions. Do not forget to explore outside of your resort if you feel comfortable enough to do so. You can book so many different types of excursions in Punta Cana. Your resort usually has a section where you can speak with a representative who will explain the many different types of Punta Cana excursions they offer. The choices of excursions in Punta Cana are endless. From skate park, ATV, catamaran day trips, ziplining, horseback riding, snorkeling, rum tasting, and parasailing. You name it, the list goes on and on with excursions in Punta Cana. You get picked up right from your resort and dropped back off at your resort at the end of the excursion. You can check out the many different excursions they offer in the Dominican Republic from your home country and book Punta Cana activities from there. Or you can wait until you are in the Dominican Republic to book your Punta Cana excursions. That way you can negotiate the price. Number 8, Dominican Republic food. Do not expect to get authentic Dominican Republic food while on the resort, or much of it. That's something you would need to venture off the resort to get. The majority of Punta Cana all-inclusive resorts serve international foods, such as Italian, French, or Mexican. If you wish to try authentic Dominican Republic food and have no idea where to go, that's where it would be great to interact with the workers on the resort or even the individuals working at the front desk. Ask them where you can go to get some good food off the resort. Or better yet, watch our video on Punta Cana restaurants if you want to know where some great restaurants are located to go to. Dominican Republic Punta Cana is pretty safe, and the majority of the resorts there are all located on a long strip. They have several restaurants and a few lively nightclubs to explore off the resort. Drink Point Punta Cana Club is on that strip and offers you a great night scene for our partygoers. Watch our video Punta Cana Nightlife to learn more about Drink Point Bavado Punta Cana. Number 9, formal outfits for the Dominican Republic. Do not forget to pack with you at least one formal outfit for Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Some of the restaurants at the all-inclusive resorts require that you wear closed-toe shoes for men, pants, and a collared shirt to be allowed entry to dine within certain restaurants. This is usually enforced at higher-end resorts. Number 10, must-haves for the Dominican Republic. Do not forget all your must-haves, such as the following. A. Mosquito repellent. Yes, that's on the top of the list for must-haves. The mosquitoes down there are crazy. They're like mosquitoes with veneers. B. Sunscreen. C. Sun hats. D. Flip-flops and glasses. You don't want to forget those items because if you do forget them, be prepared to pay a steep price for them in Punta Cana on the resort. It can be double or sometimes triple the amount you would pay in your home country. Number 11, negotiating skills. Don't forget to test out your negotiating skills while purchasing most things. When you go souvenir shopping or book your excursion with a representative at the hotel, that would be a great time to negotiate. Always negotiate when using a taxi in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. The taxis are pretty expensive. They don't use meters. Don't be afraid not to accept the price they give you at first, but be sure to agree on a price before you take the ride to your destination. Remember, it doesn't hurt to ask for a lower price. Saving yourself some money while on vacation is a wonderful thing. The most they can say is no or offer you a lower price than they had originally stated to you at first. So it's worth a try to negotiate where or when you can. Number 12, island time. Don't forget that everything in the Dominican Republic runs on island time. So do not expect everything to run exactly as scheduled like what you're used to in your home country. That's just something to keep in the back of your mind. No need to get upset if everything doesn't go as scheduled, because the culture has a much more laid-back, chilled attitude type of vibe than compared to the Northern American culture. Number 13, e-ticket Dominican Republic. Do not forget to fill out your e-ticket before you arrive in the Dominican Republic. You will need one upon arrival there as well as upon departure. This is required by all foreigners entering the country. It must be shown to the immigration officer before entry into the country. Some people seem to struggle with how to fill out an e-ticket for the Dominican Republic. Try not to stress out about this. If for whatever reason you don't have it filled out properly, or there is some sort of mistake that you made on the e-ticket, just know that the immigration officer will inform you of this and you'll be asked to step over to the side to fill out the e-ticket again. Be sure to have a copy of the new updated e-ticket on your phone by simply taking a screenshot of the completed ticket to show the immigration officer once you go back up to the counter. Number 14, Punta Cana Beach at night. Do not walk off the resort at night by yourself or on the beach at night by yourself while in the Dominican Republic. Having a buddy with you when going off the resort and at night is always a good idea. Just remember, you are in another country, and as much as Punta Cana and other places within the Dominican Republic are pretty safe, you always want to be sure that you take necessary precaution to assure your safety as much as possible. Number 15, jewelry in Punta Cana. The following should go without saying, but here's just a reminder. Do not wear an excessive amount of jewelry. Wearing too much jewelry is making yourself a target for thieves. Number 16, Punta Cana travel guide tips. Do not take pictures with the animals unless you know how much the locals will charge you first. When you are on the beach in the Dominican Republic, there will be several locals walking around with different types of animals, such as iguana or monkeys. They will approach you and place the animal on you. If you are an animal lover, you can easily fall into this trap. You will think nothing of it because you are caught up in the excitement of this monkey or iguana being up close and personal with you. They will then take pictures of you and the animal on your phone. You may think that taking the pictures with the animal are for free because they don't ask you, but it's not for free. They will then tell you that you need to pay them $50 for taking pictures with their animal. So, if you would like to take photos with the animal, ask them first how much to take the photos and then negotiate a fair price with them. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos on the Dominican Republic and much more. Check out our playlist of top videos of the Dominican Republic. Until next time, happy and safe travels.